how's everybody feeling? Today I'm going to show you how to make a super easy vegan Chipotle Aioli. So this style of sauce, what we're going to do right now, this emulsified sauce, can be applied to make so many different types of mayonnaise sauces. So you can make a regular aioli if you don't like spicy things. You can make just a plain mayonnaise. You can make a Caesar dressing, all kinds of things when you master this style of sauce. Okay, for this recipe, we're going to need a blender. A high-speed blender is always better, but this recipe will work with any type of blender. We're going to start with some cloves of garlic. I'm going to put the amounts in the description, in the comments, somewhere with the video, so don't worry too much about how much I'm putting in. Some of these things as well you can do to taste. So if you really love the flavor of Chipotle but you're not a huge spice fan, you can just go easy on the Chipotle. So Chipotle chilies are available in a can, so they're sort of got a really lovely smoky flavor. There's other types of flavors that you can do in this sauce, like I said. If you do want a spicy mayonnaise but you don't really like Chipotle, you can use other types of chili sauce. We've got Dijon mustard here. And then we're going to put in some soy milk. So it doesn't really matter which soy milk you use for this recipe. And we're going to put in some apple cider vinegar. It works with any acid, so you could use lemon juice if you prefer, or just a white vinegar. Make sure you use a light vinegar, so you wouldn't use balsamic for this. Okay, so here comes the fun part. So we start off with all of these things, a little tiny bit of salt at this point, but we can season at the end. We're going to put the lid on our blender and we're going to take the top off so that we have a hole to pour into. Now I'm going to explain what I'm doing before I start the blender because it'll be noisy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly drizzle in a light vegetable oil. So you don't want anything with a strong flavor. Don't use olive oil. If you do, for some reason, you only have olive oil and you really want to do it anyway, very, very light olive oil. So something that doesn't have a strong flavor. I've just got here just a regular vegetable oil blend. You can use canola, it works really well. Grapeseed oil, something like that. Something without a huge flavor so that really all you're tasting is all the other things. All right, so here we go. So towards the end, you may need to stop your blender and give it a little stir. So if your blender completely seizes up, because it does get very thick, like a mayonnaise, then just stop, give it a bit of a stir, scrape down the sides, and then keep going until you get that consistency, if you can't quite get all of the oil in. And then at the end as well, have a little taste and then season with salt. So if it doesn't quite taste right, and this tip goes for anything you are cooking, if it doesn't quite taste delicious yet, add a little bit of extra salt, taste again, because quite often it's just slightly under seasoned. So salt at the end to taste, and there we have it. That's our Chipotle Aioli.